It's 1 minute till showtime.
Good evening, folks, and a hearty welcome to our drive-in theater. We have a wonderful evening's entertainment lined up for you, one that will provide several hours of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, a house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves. Don't forget to visit our refreshment center during the intermission or any time. You love the tasty array of snacks we have to offer. So will the youngsters. Everything is quality and so good. We hope you'll make this a weekly visit. Bring the family. Bring your friends. There are always wonderful new pictures to see, delightful snacks to nibble, a gay, pleasant evening for all. Oh, a word of caution. Don't drive over 10 miles an hour in the theater area for your safety's sake. And Mom or Pop, go with the kids when they leave the car. We hope you have a wonderful time. And now, on with the show.
Well, hi, everybody. Welcome in. My name's Jim. This is More Sunshine, Please, my Tuesday evening live stream. I just hang out and invite friends, and we play games, and we watch me drink coffee. I've got a top 15 list coming up later about Public Domain Day. That's exciting. But before we do anything, I like to take this time at the top of the show to celebrate the first 3 people that made their way and stayed in the chat. So I don't know if they were the very first 3, but they are the first 3 that YouTube is currently acknowledging. So let's see who that might be. To the comments. There we go. And almost there. Congratulations. Paul Eichenlaub, 6:47 p.m. There's Jamie at 7:11 p.m. And our bronze medal goes to It's Joey's World. You were third. Congratulations, everybody. That was at 7:15 yesterday p.m. Mr. Fulton Raz, close fourth. Still waiting on those snacks. I appreciate the parcels. Thank you. Let's see. Who else gave it a shot at, 10:21 p.m. yesterday? Mark Langdenkamp. About a half hour later, we had Rob Fuzz. Oh. There wasn't much of a jump. When did I schedule this? I don't think there was a jump at all. Mr. Fulton Raz on American Idol. Best of luck. Okay. Let's see, Jimmy. Mary Ellen was here this morning. Good morning. And if you're watching this on replay the following morning, good morning. Let's see. Let's get closer to showtime, see who is here. All right. Mark Langenkamp, about an hour ago. Enjoy your popcorn. Hope it's Pop Daddy. There's Arnie. Enjoy the replay. Good morning. I don't know. Thanks for the comment. Tennessee Bear, 642. All right, I don't have to mention the timestamps. Mary Ellen, welcome in. Francisco, that's fun to say. Mar in Memphis, always a pleasure. And Happy New Year to you. I forgot, there's a new year. Happy New Year. First show of 2026. There's Paul. Welcome back. Yes. Mar. Sunbeams. I dig it. I like it. Working at... Oh, okay. Well, thanks for the comments. Appreciate the effort. There's Ben. get a second chime there. It's Joey's World is back. Welcome back. And congratulations on your bronze medal. John, Happy New Year to you. Thanks for hanging out with us. There's Jason. Welcome in. Happy New Year, Jason. And scrolling. There's the Disney nerd. Yes! Charlie, hello to you. Happy New Year. Hope you guys are good. There goes my alarm. Debbie Thunert, hello to you. Happy New Year. Michelle the Quilter, hello. Happy New Year. Welcome in. Jason, Mary Ellen, welcome back. And I think I'm caught up. All right. I'm gonna rock the what do you call that? The sweater pattern. I'll do that one more week. I like it. Maybe I'll keep it. There's no rules. Happy New Year, everybody. I celebrated New Year's Eve at home, as I always do. Hanging out with the fam, watching a bit of television, and then enjoying all of the fireworks that my neighbors across the cul-de-sac have purchased and light up right in our cul-de-sac. I'm going to... Movie Mania Nick, welcome in. Happy New Year. I'm going to show you a quick video. This... I don't know how much money they spent over there. But I'll tell you this. About 30 years ago, some friends and I bought some fireworks just to buy because we were young and stupid. And it must have been the 4th of July because it was summer. Yeah, it had to be. And we bought fireworks through the mail because they were sent to us. I just remember that. Anyway, there were 3 of us. I bought about $100 worth of fireworks. My other friend bought $100 worth of fireworks. And the third friend, or second friend, third one of us, bought about $200 worth of fireworks. So about $400 worth of fireworks back early to mid 90s. And that seemed like a lot of money, especially $100 to me at the time. That what was I doing spending that money on fireworks? It was fun, no regrets. Anyway, what we bought with that much money does not hold a candle to what my neighbors had going on New Year's Eve /day. I'm going to show you about 30 seconds of what my cul-de-sac looked like. And then it went on for 5 or 6 minutes like this. I'm right in front of my front door. The sky in our cul-de-sac is filled. I can only imagine what 5 minutes of that, and I think I'm being conservative in that time estimate. I can only imagine what 5 minutes of that steady stream of fireworks must have cost them. Now, I don't think I've purchased fireworks since I did that 30 years ago. So I don't really know. I don't know what's out there. It seems like when we bought fireworks 30 years ago, there was nothing like that, because that seems like it was one item that they lit a fuse and it went on forever. Or maybe it was multiple. I don't know what they did. I didn't want to go near it. I am glad they do that, though, because I get a kick out of that. It's one day a year. It's New Year's celebration. And I don't have a pet, so it's not driving my pet crazy. I do have to pick up a lot of shrapnel. I say a lot, but it's not much. But it's in our driveway. It's on a bit on our roof. I even saw some in our backyard. It's just everywhere. They do a decent job of picking stuff up, but and it's not bad. But Happy New Year, everybody. What else? Oh, I'm back to work. Many of you know, if not all of you know, I'm a teacher, so I had a nice 2-week vacation. Yesterday, I returned to work. No students yesterday, but I did get up at 6 and got my classroom ready, took down all my Christmas decorations, changed all the Christmas movie posters in my room to non-Christmas posters. And pretty soon I'll be changing them all to celebrate Black History Month. So I purchased a bunch of posters that I haven't displayed before, and I'm very excited about that. But I teach an elective. I teach television production. And there are 2 of us that teach that. Were 2 of us that teach that. I'll call him my partner. He retired. He is, I think he just turned 70. And he had retired once, maybe 10 years ago, but he came back. And he was awesome. He's a legend at our school. He was a former baseball coach. They named our baseball field after him when he retired the first time. He retired again, this time for good. But they weren't able to fill his position. So they've got to go long-term substitute. And I met that lady today, and she's very nice. She's a parent of some kids that have gone to school there. She was a long-term sub in the first semester for a science teacher. She was in a chemistry classroom, and now she's in an elective. And we're trying to figure things out. I think it'll be all right, but it might be some initial. What do we do? But it's good. Rob Fuzz is back. Welcome back, Rob. Is Christmas break now called winter break? Call it both. Either one. Doesn't matter to me. Mr. Fulton Mraz with more. You have more big news than anybody I know. USA! You're gonna crush him on American Idol. Okay, let's see. Oh, there it is again. That was 1 minute ago. So New Year's Eve, I'm back to work. Anyway, today was the first day with students. Some students dropped and are no longer in my class, but so many more have been added. So we'll deal with that. It'll thin out. Things will move. They got a balanced classes, but it was somewhat of a busy day today. Lost in Wax, welcome in. Happy New Year to you. Thanks for hanging out with us. Oh, and Rob's back. Next. Let's see. So I don't have anything to eat today, but I do have a cup of coffee.
Great coffee is easy, Mrs. Olson.
Coffee's for closers only.
I set high standards for myself. I set high standards for my coffee.
Picks you up, calms you down. It's the lifeblood that drives the dreams of champions.
We're drinking the Tom Hanks coffee. Oh, you could see the reflection of my monitor there in this monitor back here. I'll try to hide it with my head. We're drinking the Tom Hanks coffee. I was gifted this from Sherry of Pepper Tree Villa. Thank you again, Sherry. It's awesome. This is the website where you can get your own Tom Hanks coffee. GiveHanks.com. 100% of the profits go to help military families. So great cause, delicious coffee. Thank you again, Sherry. And that's all I have to say about coffee this week. I will say it feels good on my throat. A day like today, I don't lecture much. I don't have many classes where I talk for a majority of the class time. I'm lucky enough to teach a class, an elective, where kids get to create on Adobe Premiere Pro. We teach them how to edit video. So I give them an assignment and they work on it and I go around helping. But I did a lot of talking today. I don't normally. I can feel it in my throat, the coffee, which, by the way, tastes 38% better in this mug. I don't know why. Must have something to do with the design. But yeah, it was a busy day. I did a lot of talking, more than normal. But I'm good. Here for the live stream. But, and I say this a lot, it seems like I don't have enough material for a full hour, so I might end it short. But we'll see. And then I say that and I go 20 minutes over. Coffee, all right. Let's take an intermission. I don't have anything to eat today. You would think after the holidays I'd have something, but I didn't prepare it. Anyway, let's get our first intermission ready. It's a quick one. But when we come back, we'll play our game Chrono Photo.
If you're mighty thirsty for something mighty good, our hot chocolate's just a drink. It's a beverage and a food. Get hot chocolate and see just how good a drink can be.
I combined two little short intermission spots there to create one 20-second one. So there was a baby bottle spot and hot chocolate. I don't know. What are you going to do? All right. Let's play. We didn't play this last week. Let's play Chrono Photo. All right, let's get it up there. Chrono Photo is the game. If you're not familiar, we will be shown 5 pictures, and we have to guess in which year each picture was taken. The closer we are to the correct answer, the more points we get. Here we are. Where did I go? There I am. We can guess anywhere from the year. Oh, because of the new year, I wonder if we can now guess 2025. Let me see. Does the slider at the bottom go to 2025? Not yet, but we can guess anywhere from the year 1900 to 2024 today. I will show you the picture. Please put your guesses on what year this picture was taken in the chat, and I'll go over. I'll pick one of your guesses or my own, and we'll see how we do. 5,000 points. We get 1,000 points for a correct answer. 5,000 points would be a perfect game. We've done it a couple times before. We're looking to do it again. Some of us choose to use Google. Some of us don't. Whatever. Let's take a look at our first picture. It looks to be a concert of some sort. I'll zoom in, too, so everybody gets a better look at what's going on. I don't know exactly who this artist is, but I see somebody with a microphone going over a fence or some sort of barricade to join the crowd. I don't recognize this person. Anyone wearing a concert T-shirt? I don't think this was that long ago. I saw something. I'll go back to it. I'm going to tilt up a little bit, and I'm looking at this phone here, and I don't know what make or model that is. I think it's an iPhone, and it's got 3 lenses on there, and we didn't always have that. That's only been a thing for the last 4 years or so. So I'm guessing this is a pretty recent picture. based on this phone. And maybe some of you know what model that is. Maybe you have this phone and can tell me when you bought it. Let's see. Who else is in the crowd? Lots of phones. They all have 3 lenses, I think. Well, the 2 I can see fairly well. Nobody's wearing a mask. They are not 6 feet apart. I'm guessing this is after COVID. That's my guess. What's on this? Oh, we can't really see. I was hoping we'd get a clue on this wristband. There's a wristband there. The performer had a wristband as well. But nothing. Can't really see anything there. Well, there's another one. And is this Lollapalooza or something? It's during the day. Looks like it's an outdoor show. I'll say 2024. And I don't... 2023. I'll say 2023. I don't know, but that's my guess. Based on the phone. And really, that's it. Now I turn to the chat. And see. From North to Neverland. Happy New Year. Welcome in. Dean. The live place. Happy New Year. All right. And if I've missed you in the chat, but you have joined us, thank you so much. Welcome in. Let's play our game. Who has the first guess? I think it's Dean. 2019. We've got a 2010. 2024, actually. That was changed too. 2023, 2021. Paul says it's an iPhone 15, so that's pretty recent, right? I've got an iPhone 11, so I've had that for a long time. Mara has a phone with the 3 lenses like that. When did you get that? 2024, says Charlie. So did I. Mandy says 2019. Mike says 2023. Let's see. Mary Ellen said 23. I said 23. Mike said 23. I'm going 23. Here we go. 2023. And survey says, 2022. So a bit closer to COVID than I thought. Did anybody say that? I don't see 2022 in the chat. 24, 23, 21. 24. Wow. All right. Well, we earned 924 points. Let's go to our next picture. Okay. We're looking at Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen of the Chicago Bulls. They were very successful in the 1990s. This is a picture, I'm guessing, from the 1990s. I'm going to zoom in on the 2 players here. Now, there was one NBA Finals that the Chicago Bulls were in, and they claimed Michael Jordan was suffering from the flu. Yet he scored 30 points or whatever. I don't think it was a bad flu. Anyway, he kind of looks like he's exhausted here. I don't know if it's just an awkward photograph or what, but what year was that where he had the flu during the NBA Finals? Does Joey know this? And again, I don't know if that's what's happening. I can't tell if this is even the NBA Finals. It's a game that's on NBC, I can tell from the television camera. So it's a nationally televised game, as so many Chicago Bulls games were. Okay, now there's a opposing team's player in the back. I don't know who it is. And they're wearing a white version of their uniform. And is this the Utah Jazz? Did they meet in the NBA Finals one year with John Stockton and Karl Malone and others? I don't know. Okay, so here's what I know. Here's what I remember of the Chicago Bulls in the NBA Finals. They won in the years 91, 92, and 93. Michael Jordan left to play baseball in 94 and 95, and that's when Houston won. 96, 97, 98, Chicago Bull victories again. So 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. Maybe 93? I don't really know. I'll guess 93. I turn to the chat now. Let's see. All right. I believe Dean has our first guess again. 98. We have a 97. 96. 99. John thinks 96 or 97. Jason says 97. Joey says 97. Well, I think it's probably 97. I feel like this is high school, and 94 was my last year, so I'll go there. Late 90s. Another 97. Another 97. Nick in Virginia, welcome in. Happy New Year. So many of you are saying 97. I don't remember what I said. I said 93. I didn't really know. Let's go 97. And I feel like I need to play the correct answer sound effect when I hit the submit button. Yes. Yes. 1997 is the correct answer. Well done, everybody. Joey. Next picture. Hey, this is 3 color photographs in a row. This is a record. Okay. I don't know what I'm looking at. Some sort of protest. It looks to me like 2 hippies standing in the mud, which screams Woodstock to me, but I don't know. Her outfit looks like it was crocheted or macrameed. I don't know. Killing animals creates killing of men. Moonfire. Don't know what Moonfire is. Is he Moonfire? He's got a skull on a stick. There's a lamb. They're barefoot in the mud. What else is going on? There's a crowd in the back. I mean, this looks like Woodstock to me. Which was, if memory serves, 1969. And I'm not, and my memory isn't my memory of 1969. I was actually born in 71, but I saw the movie. That's the memory I'm talking about. I remember the movie. Let's see. I remember there was a fence at the time, and people were crawling through the fence and in the fence, and there was a time where you had to have a ticket to get in, but on day 2 or 3, they just said, forget it, it's a free concert now, which would have made me mad if I bought a ticket. So where do I get a refund? Hard to see. I'm just gonna. What if this was like last year? I don't know. I turn to the chat. Let's see. Tim says 69. We have a 68. 69. Another 69. 1969. Everybody's saying it. Maybe Woodstock 2? Maybe. I don't know. Let's just go. We believe it's 1969. Survey says yes. That's what it was. Great job, everybody. We have a pretty great game going here. Picture 4. Okay. This is another. Is that Kobe Bryant? And I recognize her face, but I don't know what her name is. Is her name Monica or Monique or Brandy? Is it Brandy? And she was a pop R&B singer, and that looks like Kobe Bryant. Okay, there's a marquee. It looks like perhaps this is a movie premiere, and the movie looks to be Spy Hard, which I've never seen, but I know is a parody movie on the action genre. Was Leslie Nielsen in that? I don't recall. Or was that one of the Charlie Sheen? There's a name above the title on the marquee. I can't make it out, though. And zooming in makes it worse. Spy Hard. I just don't remember. But it's at the El Capitan in L.A., right? Hollywood? I think that's Brandy. I think her name's Brandy. And I think Kobe Bryant was a big deal in the late 90s. If that's when this was. I don't know when Spy Hard came out. I don't have a memory of when that was in theaters. I think it was after I worked at a theater, which would have been 93, maybe was the last year I worked at a movie theater. I don't recall. I'll say it's late 90s, like 98 is my guess. And I don't know. Whenever Spy Hard came out, that's when this picture was taken. Okay, turning to the chat. What's on the billboard? Oh, I didn't even see the billboard. I can't tell. I can't tell what's on the billboard. Or a banner, whatever that is. John says 96. Debbie says 96, 96, 95, 95, 96, 96, 97, 96. Well, there's a lot of 96s. Let's just go with that. 1996. Hey, another correct answer. That's 3 in a row, and we were only off by 1 year on the first picture. We almost have 4,000 points. 4 pictures in. Final picture, here we go. Okay. Okay. I'm going to zoom in on parts of this picture to get a better idea of what we're looking at. This is outside a newsstand, I believe. Ice cream cart. Look at the young ladies walking on the sidewalk. They are dressed like Sandra Dee from Grease. Again, all of my references to times before I was born are from movies. And that movie took place in the late 50s. Coca-Cola. It's funny that cigars was first on that sign. Cigars, cigarettes, candy. Heinz oven-baked beans. Newspapers. That suit jacket looks to be too big on this guy. All right. Let's any indication of a year? No. Or if there is, it's too blurry to see. Excuse me. Now, there's more people over here. Now, that looks maybe 40s to me. This lady leaning against the wall, or maybe she's not leaning against the wall. She's just in front of the wall. Now, that looks like an outfit I've seen that people wore in the 1940s or maybe early 50s. I'm not sure. So if we get them all in there. Not sure. All right, I'm just going to zoom out there. I'll put in a guess of 1950. I'm gonna go right in the middle, 40s and 50s. Or is that too? They're selling bonds, defense bonds. So is this during the war? Is this earlier than I think it is? Or is it right after the war and they didn't take the billboard down? Or were they still selling defense bonds after the war? Is this during the Korean conflict? I'll stick with 1950. Our first guess, I've turned to the chat now. Our first guess is Mr. Fulton Mraz. 1940. We have a 53, 52, 57, 54, 58. Was that a zoot suit? Or was it just so comically large on that man it looks like a zoot suit? Maybe it is a zoot suit. 58 is another guess. Nick in Virginia says 1950. That's what I said. John says 44. We have a 48. 1944. Yeah, 40s and 50s certainly. So we're as early as 1940, and as late as 1958. I'm just going to go 1950 and split the difference here. We're going to go there, and we only need a few points to break 4,000. Survey says 1953. So Greece was right. No, Greece was like 1959. I'm going to give us a ding for getting such a great score. 4,701 points. We haven't scored that well in a long time. Thank you so much, everybody. I always have fun playing that game. I never care how well we do, but you guys did. You crushed it today. Good stuff. All right, it is 7:40. Let's take another intermission, a coming attraction, if you will. And when we come back, I have a top 15 list about things that have entered the public domain. I will be back in 1 minute. Enjoy the snack bar or the restroom, not necessarily in that order.
Professor's hat and coat.
And send for the fumigator.
Oh, my
Bonjour, bonjour de la Say, don't you see there are ladies present? What do you think this is? Put that hat down, will you? What do you do there? Get out of here.
Just a minute.
Welcome back. It's time for the top 15 list, and I don't know if you're familiar with Public Domain Day. Happens every year on January 1st. And it's this. Public Domain Day celebrates works of art and literature, music and film that that have entered the public domain because they were first published or released in this year. It would be 1930. So for most things, if they were released or published in 1930, they are now in the public domain here in 2026, except for sound recordings, which has a 100-year term, according to U.S. copyright law. So things that were recorded in 1925 are now in the public domain. But for most other things, it's things that were published or released in 1930 that are now in the public domain. So what we're doing, I'll go back to me. We're celebrating the top 15 Public Domain Day works of 2026. These are things that are now free to use. Only the original versions are public domain. Later adaptations of the things I'm going to show you, or derivative works, or trademarked elements, like character names and logos for merchandising, may still be protected. U.S. copyright terms expired at the start of 2026, so these works are no longer protected by copyright and are free for everyone to use. The core reason, I've already mentioned this, but I printed something else. I'm going to read it. In the United States, most works published in 1930 entered the public domain on January 1st. That's because U.S. copyright law grants a fixed term of protection, not permanent ownership. The 95-year rule applies to books, films, music, and art. Novels, films, plays, sheet music, comics, ones that were first published in 1930. And it doesn't matter if it was December of 1930 or January of 1930. It's not based on the date that those things were released. It's based on the year. U.S. law protects such works for 95 years from publication. Copyright always expires on January 1st of the following year. So 1930 plus 95 years, end of 2025 equals public domain on January 1st, 2026. And that's what we're talking about here. What else is on here? Let me start with this one. Number 15 on the list. We're going to start with literature. And these first three things are novels. The Maltese Falcon is by Dashiell Hammett. I think that's how you say the name. Is now in the public domain. Released in 1930. This is not the Humphrey Bogart movie. That is still protected by copyright law. That was released, I think, in 1941. Still protected. The book that movie was based on, however, in the public domain. Number 14. The Murder at the Vicarage by Agatha Christie. This is notable because this is Agatha Christie's first Miss Marple novel. Now in the public domain. Number 13 on the list. This is, where am I? Where's my list? Oh, number 13. It's actually 4 books. The first 4 Nancy Drew books. The first 4 Nancy Drew mystery stories, beginning with The Secret of the Old Clock. Those are now in the public domain. They were published in 1930, so they are now in the public domain. You can use it however you want to use it now, I guess. Something like that. Sticking with literature, number 12. The Dick and Jane Readers, the early Elson Gray educational books, the ones that were released in 1930 are now in the public domain. These helped a lot of kids learn to read. However, again, just the Fun with Dick and Jane that was released in 1930. Later releases, of which there were many, are still protected until maybe next year. We are, if you're just joining us, we are counting down the top 15 public domain day works that have now been entered into the public domain. There's got to be a better way to word that. One more thing, one more piece of literature. The Little Engine That Could by Watty Piper. This children's book, first released in 1930, is now in the public domain. So, yeah, that'll do it for literature. We're going to move on to music. Now, there's 2 types of music. There are compositions, which is the published music. Those that were released in 1930 are now in the public domain. Sound recordings, however, are protected for 100 years. So sound recordings that were released in 1925 are now in the public domain. Let's start with the compositions themselves. I have 3 on this list. The first one, where is it? I Got Rhythm by George and Ira Gershwin. You know this song. Who could ask for anything more? Now in the public domain. So before you would have to get permission to use this song. Now you don't have to because it's in the public domain. Number 9 on the list. I can't read what I've written down here. Georgia on My Mind, that song. Most famously, I'm going to guess, is the Ray Charles version. That recording, again, is still protected. But this music, written by Hoagy Carmichael and Stuart Gorell, was published in 1930, so it is now in the public domain. Finally, in published music, the song Dream a Little Dream of Me, written by, I can't see that. Gus Kahn, Wilbur Schwant, and Fabian Andre. I'm guessing that's how you say those names. Dream a Little Dream of Me. Didn't the Mamas and the Papas, or was it just Mama Cass? Didn't she release a version of this? So she had to pay royalties for that, but now somebody that wants to record the song, it's in the public domain. You don't have to. All right. We are counting down the top 15 public domain day works of 2026. These things are now free to use. Let's move on to Recorded music, sound recordings. I have 2 on this list. There were many more things. Every novel that was published in 1930, for example, now in the public domain. I just have the most popular ones on my list. Now, sound recordings. I did not have time to get the actual sounds here. But I would be concerned that YouTube wouldn't differentiate and would give me a little copyright notice, even though that these things are now in the public domain. Anyway, these were first published in 1925. The first one, Bessie Smith's version of St. Louis Blues. This is with Louis Armstrong, not playing the trumpet, but playing the cornet. This is now in the public domain. It was first published in 1925. The second song I have on this list is by Marian Anderson, and she recorded the song "Nobody Knows the Trouble I've Seen." And I don't have any other information about that, but you've heard that. It's that nobody knows that song. This version by Marian Anderson. Now, versions that were recorded after the 1925 still protected. So, all right. It would have been cool to have heard a little bit of each of those. All right. Now let's move to cartoon characters in comic strips. Let's start with Pluto. If you saw my thumbnail, you know that Pluto is now in the public domain. A couple of years ago, Mickey Mouse entered the public domain, but just the Steamboat Willie version, just of the things that were released in 1928 became public domain. That was 2 years ago. This year, Pluto, original name, Rover. Rover is now in the public domain. I don't remember the name of this this cartoon. Anyway, it's the first instance where Pluto, then called Rover, is in a Mickey Mouse cartoon, and I believe was renamed Pluto after the discovery of the planet. I might be wrong about that, but I think I'm right. Anyway, also number 4 on the list, Betty Boop, the original Betty Boop, the one that looks just like this. What we are most familiar with Betty Boop looking like was a later iteration of Betty Boop, still protected by copyright law. But this is the very first time we saw Betty Boop. And this is in a short called Dizzy Dishes. And I might be wrong, but I think I'm right. Betty Boop was not a human. Betty Boop in this cartoon was maybe a dog or something, and later became a human female cartoon character. But that version that you're looking at right now of Betty Boop is in the public domain. Not on my list, but Blondie and Dagwood are also in the public domain this year. But the very first instance of Blondie and Dagwood, their characters had changed over the years, and Dagwood, if you remember, has like 2 things of hair jetting out from the sides of his head. The early ones don't have that. The early Dagwood doesn't have that, and this is before he started making his sandwiches also. Not the very earliest. Anyway, I thought I had a picture of it. Now I can't find it. Let's move on. Let's finish up strong with movies that were released in 1930, of which there were many, many, many movies. But I've got 3 here on the list. The first one being, where is it? Oh, yes. Okay. Number 3 on my list, the first movie is All Quiet on the Western Front, the 1930 version. There have been many versions of All Quiet on the Western Front on film. This is the Lewis Milestone Academy Award-winning film from 1930 that is now in the public domain. Many people regard this as the best version. I haven't seen the most recent one. I guess that was pretty awesome, too. All right, number 2 on the list. If you saw my thumbnail, you saw me wearing a T-shirt with the Marx Brothers on there. And my favorite Marx Brothers movie, Animal Crackers, now in the public domain. I don't know a ton about the Marx Brothers movies, but I had a copy of Animal Crackers on VHS for many years, and I might still have it in my classroom. I may have taken it to work to have there, and now I don't even have a VCR to play it on, but it's now in the public domain. No doubt somebody has posted it to YouTube because it's in the public domain now. It was first released in 1930. Groucho Marx plays a character called Captain Spaulding. He does a silly dance that I love and didn't know how he was doing it. It's a very simple move, but it looked cool. And they are at their Marx Brothers best. And you saw during the second intermission of this live stream, you saw the trailer for it, the very early 1930 trailer for Animal Crackers, my favorite Marx Brothers movie. And now I'm just waiting for my favorite Laurel and Hardy movie, Way Out West, to enter the public domain. We shall see. I don't remember when that was released. Finally, number 1 on the list, a movie called The Big Trail, and this is notable because this is John Wayne's first leading role. This movie released in 1930, now in the public domain. Other movies released in 1930 that are in the public domain. Cimarron, the 1930 version. The Blue Angel, which stars Marlene Dietrich. A movie called Anna Christie, which was Greta Garbo's first talkie, also in the public domain. That's awesome. If you saw my thumbnail, you saw me standing in front, and I don't even have it here, in front of a work of art that was Piet Mondrian's composition with red, blue, and yellow. And where is it? Public domain. Oh, wait, right here. Why am I looking for it? It's right here. If you, this is part of that. That art with the rectangles of red, blue, and yellow. The one released in 1930, the one that was painted in 1930, called Composition with Red, Blue, and Yellow, now in the public domain. So I wish I had a better image of it, but I don't. What are you going to do? It is almost 8 o'clock. By the time I play the good night, it'll be a perfect hour. That's it. Thank you so much for being here. Happy New Year. I will see you next week, and I will see you around the YouTube chats to say hi and watch some awesome shows. T-Town Mary Ellen, Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern. Always fun. Disney Nerd Herders go live quite often from the parks on Wednesdays. D&G Explorers have their live stream on Wednesdays quite often. So I guess that's where I'll be next. I'll be other places too. But that's it. I will see you next week. Thank you so much for being here. And good night, everybody.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.